Hi teacher, my name is Rosillo and today I am going to read the chapters 3, 4 and 5 of the book The Secret of the Tragic Theater. Chapter 3. Nina spun around, expecting to see someone. No one was there. Then she noticed the front of the door to the theater was open. She was sure it had been closed a moment ago. She put her phone away and walked toward the door, her heart pounding. She inched through the open front door. The interior of the theater looked just as run-down as the outside, maybe more so. Standing in the lobby, she peeked into the main auditorium, then stepped in. The theater's red velvet seats were threadbare. A once green chandelier swung precariously from the ceiling, its crystal cracked and covered with dust and grime. Stepping back into the theater's lobby, Nina was overcome by a wave of dizziness. She felt as if the room was spinning. When the spinning stopped, she was confused and amazed by what she saw. She was a coat check room filled the coats, only the styles didn't look modern. Every coat looked as it had come from one of the old black and white movies. Nina loved watch these movies with her grandmother. Women's capes hung from the rack. Men's hats, mostly black fedoras, sat near of the shelf. What is happening to me? Nina wondered. On a wall next to the coat room, Nina spotted a new-looking poster that read, "Don't forget to buy war bonds. Keep our nation strong." War bonds? Nina thought. I remember learning about them in the history class. They sold them during the World War II. Next to the poster was another that read, "The Spectacular Return of Dorothy Langford, Queen of the Songs, for 1941." Beneath the words was a photo of the beautiful woman in a long, sparkly gown, singing at a microphone. But a banner was passed across the poster saying, "Performance cancelled." Nina shook her head, kissed her eyes shut, and took a deep breath. When she opened her eyes, the room was a blur. She grabbed the wall to steady herself. As her focus returned, he saw that the cartoon was now empty and filled with cobwebs. A couple of rusty metal hangers dangled from the bar. She looked over the two posters. They were now torn and shattered. A yellow "Performance cancelled" banner had fallen onto the floor. Am I dreaming? Nina wondered. This can't be real, right? The, then they remembered the voice that had invited her into the theater. "Hello," Nina called out tentatively. "Is anybody here? Where are you?" "I am in my dressing room," replied the same voice from the deep within the theater. Nina cautiously made her way to the back of the theater, and sudden fluttering sound made her jump. She grabbed a seat back to steady herself, looking toward the ceiling. She saw a pigeon fly across the theater. Again the thought came to her, "What I am doing here?" Yet she felt compelled to find the strange woman who had invited her in. Nina slipped backstage and walked slowly down a narrow hallway. Dirty paint pulled from the walls. Overhead, a bare bulb flickered on and off, making a sizzling sound. Nina felt her heart start to pound again. Suddenly, a door swung open, its hinges creaking. Nina peered through the open doorway into a dark room. "Hello?" Nina called into the darkness like from a floor lamp suddenly illuminated a small corner of the room, revealing a woman sitting in a dressing table. "Come in, dear," said the beautiful woman. Chapter 4. The show must go on. As she stepped into the room, Nina saw a woman surrounded by a shimmering glow. Nina felt as if she could see through her. The woman wore a long gown that was straight out of the 1940s. Her hair was pulled back into an elegant twist topped with a silk flower. "You have to come at last," said the woman, standing up and stepping into a pool of light cast by the lamp. When the light hit the woman's face, Nina jumped back and gasped. "It's her, the woman from the poster. It's Dorothy Langford." "But how can that be? That's impossible." Before Nina could speak, the woman walked past her and slipped out of the room. "Follow me, please," he said, gliding down the hallway. Nina followed, realizing that the cold light see through the glowing figure. She was frightened, but still felt as if she had to follow her. Nina, of the blue, the dizziness hit Nina again. The backstage area started to spin. This time, when the spinning stopped, Nina found herself standing backstage watching Dorothy Langford prepare to step out into the stage and sing. The backstage area now looked clean and new, not like it had a few seconds earlier. And Dorothy was no longer surrounded by a glow. Nina could no longer see through her. Suddenly, Nina heard a terrible cracking noise, then watched in horror as a stage light came crashing down onto Dorothy. Screams of horror rang out backstage as people rushed to Dorothy's side, but they were all too late. Dorothy's lifeless body lay sprawled on the floor. Nina couldn't believe her eyes. What was she saying? She squeezed her eyes shut again and counted to 10. When she opened them, Nina was back in the dingy backstage hallway, and the shimmering figure of Dorothy Langford appeared at her side. "What just happened?" Nina asked, trying to piece together the visions that kept filling her mind. "I just saw you die. You were backstage and light fell on you. How are you here? What's going on?" Dorothy looked at Nina longingly. "I be here to complete the performance," she said. Then she walked onto the stage. "What do you mean, we?" Nina asked. All the lights in the chair suddenly went out. Nina stood in total darkness for a few seconds. Then a single spotlight flashed on, illuminating the stage on a brilliant blinding light. They're standing in front of a microphone. Nina called to make out the glowing figure again. "Please join me on the stage," Dorothy said to Nina. Nina stepped on the stage. She walked toward Dorothy, mustering her courage. Nina asked, "Please tell me, how is it possible you are here?" "You saw my poster," said Dorothy. "Yes, but that was in 1942, Nina said, trying to make sense of what was happening to her, wondering again if she was dreaming. "Singing was my life," Dorothy said, sounding sad. "The classic songs of the 1930s were the ones I sang when I first learned how to sing." "Me too," Nina said, finally. This was someone who could understood her love for all songs. "I know," said Dorothy Langford. "That's why you are here." Then she spoke into the microphone. "Ladies and gentlemen," she announced, opening her arms wide. "The singer you've been waiting to hear." "Ladies and gentlemen," Nina thought. "There's no one here. The theater is totally empty." Nina's thoughts were interrupted by the sudden swell of an orchestral music that filled the theater. She looked around. There was no orchestra. Could this be a recording? Then the orchestra played a melody that Nina recognized as one of her favorite old songs, and she was suddenly filled with the desire to sing. Chapter 5. A Dream Come True. Dorothy Langford stepped back and gestured toward the microphone. She handed Nina a piece of sheet music for the song of the orchestra was playing. "No matter what," Dorothy Langford said, "life or death, the show must go on." Dorothy Langford said, "What has been started must be finished. caught up in the emotion of the music and feeling in the warmth of the spotlight. Nina stepped out of the microphone as she opened her mouth to sing. Another wave of dizziness came over her hand, and whole auditorium began to spin. She grasped the microphone stand to keep from falling. The spinning suddenly stopped, and Nina looked out the packed house. Every seat in the audience was filled with people dressed in 1940s style clothing. The theater itself looked new and beautiful, as it must have appeared in his heyday. Nina glanced down and saw that she was now wearing the gown Dorothy Lamford had been wearing when she was standing backstage moments earlier, looking offstage, searching for someone answer. Nina caught a glimpse of herself in a mirror. The face she saw was not her own, but rather the face of Dorothy Lamford, as if somehow Nina's thoughts had entered Dorothy's body. With her mind racing, Nina looked down and saw the orchestra ready to begin playing. The conductor smiled at Nina. Then he waved his baton and the orchestra started to play. Caught up the motion as a spectacle, Nina pushed aside her fear and confusion and sang. She closed her eyes and focused on the songs, bringing every drop of emotion from the notes and the lyrics. When she finished, the crowd gave her a standing ovation. Nina smiled and opened her arms wide, as if she wanted to embrace the entire audience. This was her dream come true. She sang as well as they ever had in her life and brought Crown to his feet. As Nina looked around the shimmering ghostly image of Dorothy Lamford appeared next to her on the stage. Dorothy's voice filled Nina's ears. Nina, could you make out what Dorothy was saying through the din of the Shooting Crown? In 1942, I was about to step onto the stage and sing the final of the greatest performance of my career, Dorothy said. I was about to be crowned Queen of the Songs for the second year in a row, assuring my place in my music history. But it was no be. My life was tragically cut short by a backstage accident. Just before the show closing number for decades, my spirit has searched for just the right singer to finish my greatest performance. You made my dream come true, and I know I have made yours come true as well. I can rest in a peace, and you, my dear, have gotten your wish. You are indeed singing superstar. The consolation faded away as a newspaper reporter carrying a camera came rushing up the edge of the stage toward Nina. It is official. The voting is in you. You are the queen of the songs for 1942. Congratulations. How about a picture for the paper? A flashbulb went off right in Nina's eyes. Only she was not Nina Holbrook anymore. One more photo, Miss Langford, for the evening examiner called the photographer. Thank you, teacher.